Dun 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 dun. Pokemon. Hey Liz, Sweet Tooth here. Hope your day is going well. I'm gonna show off my Pokemon card set. The base Pokemon card set. That is not jungle and not fossil. The one that matters. And we're gonna throw in some fun facts that I know about the Pokemon card set. So, the base Pokemon card set that was first released by Wizards of the Coast. Now, let's see. There have actually been multiple runs of the base card set. There is the original runs, there are the second edition runs, and then the legendary set. The legendary set is not called the third edition set because the second edition runs were not that great. Didn't really sell too well. So, how you would tell is in the lower right, you would see a number 2, or you would see legendary. There's a little L that would have been right here. Now, the thing is, if you notice this right here, this is a first edition marking. First edition means first on the first print run. The ones that do not have first edition on them are the unlimited set, the unlimited print runs that followed the first edition in order to meet demand. So this one is already indicating that it's not the legendary set and it's not the second set. This is the first ran set of the base Pokemon card collection set. Also indicating that it's first edition. However, there is a catch. When you're collecting the Pokemon base card set, the first time that they printed this, there was no shadow on the Pokemon cards. These don't appear on trainer cards, but on the Pokemon cards, you would see a shadow on the right side. That is when they corrected it. The correction was to add a shadow. So, the more valuable base Pokemon cards are called Shadowless because there's no shadow on the right side other than my finger. Just Google a different first edition card and then check if there's a shadow on the right side. You'll see what I mean. So this is actually a first edition, first run on the print line Pokemon card. It's actually super rare if you really think about it. So out of multiple sets, this is the first run, first edition, and Shadowless. Now I have 4 of these that are PSA graded, meaning professionally sport approved graded. After they came off of the print line, they were sealed inside this cover and graded 1 through 10. 10 is going to be the hardest one to find, meaning it has not been really exposed to oxygen, dirt, or debris. That it is in pretty much perfect and pristine condition. So 1 through 10, PSA graded. This is an 8 on that scale. This is just one of the cards that I have. I have the complete card set. I actually had 2 Charizards. I sold one for about $356, which was actually a low ball, considering that back then it was about $386 value in the Beckett sporting catalog. It is actually probably worth about $720 now, I think. But I'm not going to sell the other one. But just to give you an idea, that one. And everyone knows the, Charizard card. Did you know the Charizard card is not actually the rarest card in here? It's not. It's just the most, desired one. Your cards, whatever you collect, has actually no value. So for any collector, they don't want to realize that whatever you collect has zero value. All of this has zero value unless someone is willing to buy it. If they're willing to buy it and give you a certain amount of money, then it is worth something. But at all other times, it is worth zero. That is what a lot of collectors do not understand. They do not understand that whatever you collect has zero value until somebody actually buys it. Then it has a good price. So you can collect it whatever you want to your heart's content. But if there's no buyers, if no one wants any of this, it's worth zero. So this is the Pokemon base card set. And for funsies, I had one of the original game packs. It's open, of course. It's not really like a not sealed one. But nonetheless, it kind of gives an idea of everything that happened. Also, the only way I was able to keep these in good condition is to have them two separate boxes. So let's go through them. Why not? Let's count them down from 102 possible cards. Just for good old time's sake, you know? You know what I'm saying? Oh my god. So that's one thing to keep in mind, is that there's actually multiple sets of the base card set. It's what a lot of people don't remember or know about. All right. I'm probably going to lose track of where I am on this. Anyways, that is number 702. That is definitely the wrong one. All right. So, starting off, all the energy. This is 102. Energy is used inside the card game in order for your Pokemon to do an ability. So you have to save up energy and then expend energy in order to do an ability. These have first edition up in the upper right. There is no Shadowless, conveyed message that it's super duper rare. So anyways, that is 102. This is 101, which is hard to see, but it's psychic energy. Here is electricity, which is 100, first edition. I'm already losing track of what I did. All right. Grass. Grass energy. 99, first edition. Fire energy. 98, first edition. All right. This is fighting energy. 97, first edition. Now, what I did in the past is this is actually in order to preserve each card as best as I can on my own, as I can do, is these cards are inside a soft slip sleeve that is inside a hard slip sleeve. The soft slip sleeve is supposed to keep dirt and debris out, right? The hard slip sleeve is whenever I keep dropping this card or something, or I'm handling it, that to the best of my ability, it's not being bent. You would be surprised at how much that you would handle a card that you easily bend it over time. This helps greatly to not do that. It's not the best. I know. There are other methods. But anyways, I did a soft slip sleeve for dirt and debris and a hard slip sleeve in order to help with me not bending it. Every single one of these cards. Colorless energy. Double. It's double colorless energy though, because it provides 2 energy at the same time. 96, first edition. So now we get into trainer cards. Trainer cards were just cards that help you in battle. They do not deal with the whole Shadowless versus Shadow thing, but they do have a first edition for a first print run. So this is 95. That was a switch. Here's a potion. 94. First edition. Gust of Wind. 93. First edition. Energy Removal. 92. First edition. Bill, the one that owns your PC of Pokemon, he actually secretly steals and sells your Pokemon on the black market, and then returns a Pokemon when you try to withdraw different Pokemon of the same level and kind of looks the same to your Pokemon, so you never know the difference, the fiend. So, 91, first edition. Do not trust Bill. Bill steals. Alright, so Super Potion. 90. Which is hard to see, I suppose. Stupid light. First edition. '89. Revive. Which to me always looked like a cookie. So 89, first edition. Professor Oak. He never knows if you're a boy or a girl. 88, first edition. Doesn't even know his grandson's name, so. Pokedex. 87, first edition. I actually owned one of these physical Pokedex things that they came out a long time ago. Same time that they had the count your steps Pikachu thing, where it was like an exercise back before Pokemon Go. Which is funny because they came out with a GameCube game called Pokemon Channel, which I played on this YouTube channel, which is all about watching TV and not going outside. Until you got to do like main missions. Anyways, Poke Flute, because Snorlax just doesn't ever wake up. 86, first edition. Pokemon Center, where all your abuse of your Pokemon goes away. Just like if you went to a church and confessed your sins, like it never happened. 85, first edition. Plus Power, 84, first edition. Take drugs. Take drugs and you can win competitions. It's all about the cheating, am I right? Maintenance. Use a screwdriver on your Pokeball. 83, first edition. And remember to let the robot do it because you know how humans suck at that kind of potential to screw. Anyways, Full Heal, which looks like a baseball bat. 82, first edition. Boy. 81, Energy Retrieval. I never really been able to make out what is up with this picture. Doesn't make any sense to me. I just have no idea what's happening here. I always thought like eggs or, shooting out a hyper beam or something. All right, anyways, 81, first edition. Moving on. Stop being stupid. 80, Defender. Take more drugs. That's how you win competitions. That's how you win battles. Whatever you do. 79, Super Energy Removal, first edition. I always like this picture. It doesn't really make any sense to me why this means Super Energy Removal, but sometimes you just have to look at a hippie's picture and say, makes sense to me. '78, Scoop Up. I always like the look on Weedle's face where he's like, what the? All right, 78, first edition. Pokemon Trader, 77, first edition. It would be far-fetched to say how dapper this guy looks. '76, Pokemon Breeder. Now this is one of the ones where the soft flip cover actually creased a little bit. But I've made sure before and didn't really affect it too bad, but I don't want to mess with it too much. 76, first edition. '75, Lass. Did you know Lass actually fights you at the same time that Bug Trainer fights you? And nobody ever talks about her. Isn't that a little bit sexist? Item Finder, which just looks like an energy circuit to me. 74, first edition. Imposter Professor Oak, 73, first edition. I wish he was the evil villain of one of the Pokemon games. Never happened. Just like you cannot catch all Pokemon in a game. Never happens. 72. De-evolution spray. Why didn't one of the evil organizations come up with this? Just start spraying all the Pokemon. That Blastoise won't hurt you as much if he goes back to a Squirtle, am I right? 72, first edition. 71, computer search. Enough said. Computers don't look like that. 70, Clefairy doll. Which, I think it's a Ditto. I don't think that's Clefairy. 70, first edition. Now let's get into Pokemon. Weedle. 69, first edition. No shadow. Let's move trainers all on top of each other. Because who cares about trainers, am I right? Chippo's favorite, Vulpix. First edition, Shadowless. Vulpix. I can't do that voice. Alright. 67, Voltorb. First edition, Shadowless. I do like the retro look. That looks like he's a neon sign in this. $66, Tangela. First edition, Shadowless. Tangela looks like he's tangled. $65, Staryu. I'll stop saying the other words. They're getting annoying. 64, Stormy. I don't know why they put the Pokemon out of order like that. But according to card rule logic, that's what you do. Make it confusing. The numbers do not follow what Pokemon it actually is. Bulbasaur does not start in the top 9. $63, Squirtle Squirt. And he looks like he's choking on bubbles. $62, Sandshrew. And it's about to come out of the covers. Yeah. I just shake it. There you go. Not touching it. My hands are greasy. You have greasy hands. Don't touch stuff that you're collecting. Gonna sit down. My back hurts. Now the soft slip on this one is crinkling a bit, but I never really cared too much on this. And I do have another Rattata that is a first edition somewhere else that I could replace this one, so that's fine. But the creases never really bothered it, at least from what I could tell. But I'm not going to touch it. I have greasy fingers. Gotta learn your lesson. 60, Ponyta. $59, Poliwag. Shadowless. Except for the shadow of my head. $58, Pikachu. Always looked kind of fat. Did he not? My head out of the way. Alright, moving on. 57. The bird that nobody likes. Pidgey. The bird that nobody likes if you play Pokemon Go. Like back in the day. 56. Onyx. This card does not do him justice to show how big he was. He looks like he doesn't even belong in that background. $55. Male Nidoran, which is actually pink. Metapod is 54. $53 is Magnemite. Now I gotta figure out where the other ones are. Oh, okay, I found it. 52. Machop. Which looks like he's trying to be Atlas and carry the entire world. Machop is not really that strong. 51. Coffin.
Hi.
Hi. I got Pokemon cards.
Oh, go away now.
Don't you want to see my Pokemon card collection?
No, thank you.
It's so cool. Here it is. Ghastly. Number 50. Swiggity swoogity. Good game. That's the graffiti behind him. As far as I've always thought. Either that or some kind of city. Good game. What am I doing in my life? Alright. 49. Drowsy. Which Hypno and Drowsy now have a freaking creepypasta about them. Who knows why? Should have been Gengar and Haunter, because that's their field, if you look at their bio. 48. Doduo. I like this because it looks like he's Roadrunner. Is that 48? No. 47. Diglett. Looks like he belongs in a very old Mario game on the N64. Charmander, Char. Setting fire to his surroundings. And his eyes are weird. But at least he can scratch, right? Am I right? Alright. Caterpie, 45. This is actually infamous because anytime you see somebody talking about Pokemon cards, that's the first one they're going to show you. It's one of the first ones, especially Bulbasaur. 44, first edition, Shadowless. A gnat came to see my Pokemon card collection. I am happy. 43, first edition, Abra. Alright, so that's 43. Here we go. War Turtle. I never liked this art in this one. Just seems strange. Feels like a Van Gogh painting that was attempted by a 2-year-old. Somebody was allowed into the artist room and they were turtly enough for the Turtle Club. So 41, Seal. Seal. So it's a little bit crinkled on the right side, but as far as I can tell, it's okay. This is actually my first attempt to try to put tape on the top to like not let the card get oxygenated after, a number of years. But I figured, hey, oxygen is everywhere. Why trap it in the card? Do you know why? Why you don't do that? Moisture. Moisture leads to mold. So don't totally seal a card unless you're sure there's no moisture in there, which I can't be sure. 40, Eradicate. I don't even know how he eats because, I feel like no matter what, when he bites, he's just going to bite his own tooth, and I feel like that's going to hurt. 39, Porygon. I cheated and pretended that I can do conversions on other people's Pokemon cards during fights. I cheated. I made it sound like no matter what, Porygon can make your Pokemon weak by changing their types, which is not correct. People believe me. I'm not great to do a card game with. I don't follow rules because I'm not good at card games. Poliwhirl, first edition, 38. I will lose. All right, 37, Nidorino. I hold contempt for this card. I don't even know why. 36, Magmar. I like this picture because it looks like he's like, wait, where am I? What did I do? I feel like he set fire to everything. He's like, whoops. Well, I guess we're getting there. It's like 30 minutes in already. Why does every one of my videos turns out being like in a freaking hour? 35, Magikarp. Got kind of crinkled. But as far as I can tell, the card's okay. I'm not going to mess with it because my hands are greasy. Don't do it. 34, Machoke. Very infamous card. Especially Machamp. 33, Kakuna.